This foolish little story and help you remember some of the new vocabulary. Let's do it again, this time with some questions. Okay, Mike is a writer, but he's not a normal writer. What kind of writer is he?
He's a controversial writer.
Well, he's a controversial writer. Does everybody like his writing?
No, everybody did not like his writing.
No, everybody does not like his writing. Does everybody hate his writing?
No, everybody did not hate his writing.
No, everybody does not hate his writing. Do people agree about his writing?
They didn't. Nobody agreed.
They do not. Nobody agrees. Some people really, really hate his writing, and some people really, really love his writing. It's controversial. His writing creates arguments. His writing creates disagreement. He is a controversial writer. What kind of people love his writing usually?
Liberal people love his writing.
Well, it's liberal people. Liberal people love his writing. Do conservative people love his writing? No, they do not.
No, they did not. Liberal people love his writing.
Liberal people love his writing. Do people who like change and new things like his writing?
Yes.
Yes, they generally do. Liberal people, people who like change, generally love his writing. Do people who vote for the Democrats, do they usually like his writing? Well, yeah, usually.
Yes, usually.
We usually think that Democrats are more liberal than Republicans in America. Conservative people hate his writing, and they hate him. What kind of people hate his writing?
Conservative people hate his writing.
Well, conservative people hate his writing. Republicans, do they hate his writing? Yeah, most Republicans hate his writing. Does George Bush like his writing?
No.
No. George Bush is very conservative. George Bush hates his writing. Does Michael Moore like his writing?
Yes, Michael Moore loves his writing.
Yes, Michael Moore loves his writing. Michael Moore is liberal, but George Bush is very conservative. Okay, Mike is famous in the U.S., in the American literary scene. Is he famous in the German literary scene? No, German writers don't really know about him.
No.
Is he famous in the Mexican literary scene? No, he's not. Mexican writers don't know about him. Is he famous in the French literary scene? No, French writers, French readers, they don't know about him. Only the American literary scene, American writers know about him. American readers know about him. He's famous in the American literary scene. Why is he famous? What did he do?
He made his story.
Well, he made history. How did he make history? What did he do that was famous? Well, he did something very famous.
He made his story by challenging Stephen King to a competition.
History by challenging Stephen King to a competition. Did he nicely ask Stephen King for a competition?
No, he challenged Stephen King.
No, he did not. He challenged Stephen King, right? He kind of disagreed with him. He said, let's have a competition. Let's have a fight. He challenged Stephen King to a competition, a writing competition. He said to King, I am the best writer in America. I challenge you to a competition to prove who the best writer is. So he's challenging. He's asking for a competition. He's asking for a fight. He's challenging him. King accepted. King said yes. They decided to hold the competition in New York City. To hold, in this case, means to have or to do. So they decided to do the competition in New York City. They decided to have the competition in New York City. They decided to hold the competition in New York City. Where did they hold the competition? They held the the competition in New York City.
They hold to a competition in New York City.
They hold the competition in San Francisco.
No.
Not hold the competition in San Francisco. They held it in New York City. Past tense, held. Both writers sat at a table with a pen, some paper, and a clock. They each had only 10 minutes to write something great. Stephen King wrote calmly and slowly. He was not animated. However, Mike was very animated. Did Mike move his body a lot when he wrote? Yes, he did. He was very animated.
Yes, he did. He was very animated.
He shook his head. He moved his feet. Was his face animated when he wrote? Yes, his face was also very animated when he wrote. He smiled, he frowned, he moved.
Yes, he smoked his hand. He shook his head, he moved his feet. He cried, he frowned, he now.
Face a lot of facial gestures. So his face was very animated. His body was very animated. What else did he do that was animated? Well, he cried, he laughed, he made noise, he was moving his body. Mike is a very animated writer. When he writes, he makes a lot of gestures, he moves his body, he makes noise. He's an animated writer. Stephen King is not an animated writer. Stephen King writes calmly. He's very quiet when he writes. Stephen King is not animated when he writes. After 10 minutes, what happened? Well,
They finished writing.
Finished their competition. They finished writing. And then another group of writers read their papers. They read what they wrote. But they could not pick a winner. Both of the writing, both of the pieces of paper, both of the stories were so great, they could not pick a winner. Everybody was shocked. However, there was no clear winner, but this competition made history. It was very famous. It started a new movement called fast writing. Did it start a small movement?
No, it didn't start a too small movement.
No, it started a big movement. It means a lot of people copied what they did. Was this a famous movement? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. It started a famous movement.
This movement, it means a lot of people followed this technique of fast writing. It became a movement. Large numbers of writers began to do this. It became a big movement, an international movement. It went from America to Mexico to Canada to Europe. Soon, every writer in all these countries was trying to write fast, trying to write quickly. It became a big movement, a new movement in writing. Many writers tried to copy Mike and Stephen King's fast writing style. However, no one could beat them. All the fast writing in all these countries in this big movement, most of it was terrible. Only Mike and Stephen King were good. All right, let's go back to the beginning one more time.